Welcome to the Salty Chip Podcast, where you're always coming back for more, with your hosts Mackenzie and Isaac.
Okay, welcome back. So today we're going to go over Real Housewives of Orange County. We haven't recapped them yet. We're
about 4 episodes into the season of recording this.
So the big thing that's going on right now is Katie. No one likes Katie. She's definitely getting ostracized from the group. She is a new girl, so this is just her second season, so that is very normal to be ostracized as a new girl. But what makes it worse is that she's just lying.
That's what she ended the last season, kind of getting blasted like all the way into the reunion of the last one. And the start of this one, it's like not looking good again.
Yeah, it's definitely continued. The women don't like that she has been caught talking to bloggers and sharing personal things about all the other women to these bloggers, and then the bloggers go and leak things or lying
about like the whole car thing she lied about last season of like she made it sound like somebody chased her in a car, but really it was her chasing the other person. So she's just getting caught in all of these things where she's framing it one way and then the truth comes out and it's like not even just like, oh, it's a little bit different. It's like the total opposite of what she said.
And I like her aesthetics. I like the way she looks. I love her style. She always looks so good in everything. I think she has the potential to be a great housewife, but the authenticity needs to be there.
Yeah.
The lying has to stop. Just say it once, say the truth, and
for sure,
be okay with the repercussions of it and move forward. But I feel like the women have a hard time, first of all, trusting anything she says, because she'll tell one girl one thing, the next girl a different, and then the next girl whole different things.
And then the truth comes out, and it's not even what she told any of them.
Yeah.
It's like, what was all this web you just spun?
So weird. And of course, Shannon is not going to accept her apology about, so Katie, when they were on a photo shoot for the Real Housewives, Katie was filming Shannon without Shannon knowing, because Shannon came in
I guess
screaming.
Like the phone in her pocket or something kind of thing, or just had it on the desk or something recording.
Yeah, she recorded the audio.
Yeah.
Because Shannon was coming in screaming all this stuff, probably about John Jansen, because she then showed it to Alexis. She didn't send it, she said, but she showed it to Alexis. And at first she did say she sent it to Alexis. Then she said no, she didn't send it to Alexis. She sent it to her husband and
didn't
only
show anybody. She was saying at one point she didn't show anybody it, but then someone else was like, I was at lunch with you and you showed Alexis it in front of me. I think Jen or somebody was with them. So it's like her story on it's changed a few times as well of just crazy.
Yeah, so that's why no one can trust her, which, I totally get why.
Yeah.
And I don't know why she can't just say the truth from the beginning and just let it be.
Yeah, for sure.
Because the fact is that she filmed someone or recorded them without them knowing, one of these, Shannon, the housewives, and that's the problem.
Yeah, and there's no good if somebody's doing that, there's no good intention they're going to do it with. It reminds me of the girl in Salt Lake did the same thing and tried to play it off of I just was wanted a recording of this. It's it was only bad intent of having this recorded,
For sure. So Katie's in the hot seat.
And a lot of those girls too, I feel like it's huge too, because Shannon and a lot of them, they've been filming together for a decade plus, and they've obviously all done things to each other that are bad, but that's crossing a line that's almost like breaking the fourth wall kind of line, where it's whoa, dude, you just don't do that. We'll talk shit about each other and we'll go at each other, but you don't secretly record and send it to people. It's so far beyond the pale.
Yeah. So, and then it's her talking to the bloggers, but then she says she doesn't talk to bloggers because she considers them friends.
And doesn't talk about the housewives. That's the new thing with that Kiki girl, that they're the newest rumor is she told this Kiki girl a bunch of stuff about the housewives or whatever. Mm-hmm. And she's No, I just talked to her because she's a blogger, but not about the housewives. But that's like what she's known for in pop culture. So I almost guarantee that's all they talked about.
Yeah, like why else are y'all hanging out?
Yeah, why else are all these journalists wanting to talk to you?
Right. And there is one mom, Bravo mom, that I follow online. She lives in California. I follow her on TikTok. And she's like everything Bravo. And she knows Katie. And she came out with her own post about, I would say, a week ago, stating that Katie and her have met up many, many times. And Katie was spilling some of the craziest secrets about the cast. She said she personally will never share them. But she did tell Katie, hey, I won't say any of this, in public. And Katie was like, I don't care if you do. So I think she definitely is feeding these bloggers, whether they have a smaller following or a larger following. She's definitely feeding them some.
She likes that they're like, she's got to have the in, and she likes like being in that position of like, I got the tea or whatever.
Right.
But again, it's like, she just invalidates everything she tells her castmates. Yeah. Like, I don't talk to these people, and I'm not trying to do that. But then you have them like posting like, we've met up all the time, and she's always saying all this stuff that's like crazy. And like, so she's just totally like ruining her credibility with her cast.
With the cast, but also with these bloggers.
And with the audience. Like,
because the bloggers, like Bravo Mom said, it left such a terrible taste in her mouth just being around Katie and Katie sharing all those things that she was like, I surely I'm not going to share anything personal with this lady because.
Exactly. There's an element of like, they know they all gossip with each other and all kind of talk shit, but like there is like a line where they know it's like, this is like beyond what is acceptable for like our group or whatever, I guess. And like even the bloggers are picking up on it of like, okay, this is weird. She's going like way too like scorched earth or something on this and sharing like all of this stuff. And with how much she lies, who knows if it's even true, half the crap she's sharing,
Right. So hopefully she can change it around, mend things, and hopefully this season won't end with her being in the hot seat again. But I'm not like...
It's not looking good. Yeah. Even the rest of the cast is like, we want to see you like win one or like have one of these things shake out to be like, oh, she was right. She was telling the truth. But like we just literally haven't seen it once.
Right.
And it's crazy.
So she is the new villain of Real Housewives of Orange County.
By her own making.
Yes, completely. But then where's Tamara going to fit in? Is she not the villain anymore? Are people going to like her?
Well, that's the interesting with her. Like, so, her whole plot this season has been like, all the therapy and being more like zen, but you can see her quickly snap back to her old ways of like, in the latest episode, that crazy fight she has with Jen at the restaurant.
Yeah. And
just, I think it was the one before that, like they're going to some event and just happens to be friends with the guy's ex-girlfriend
Joe.
From forever ago. And tonight she's coming, it's like the only reason that girl is there is for her to be shady and doing all this stuff. So it's like,
she doesn't like Gretchen and Slade used to be engaged to Joe season 1. So she brought Joe.
So she's playing all this like, oh, I'm changed and peaceful. But then like, we'll just instantly do those things where it's like, nah, like you're still the same old shady. Tamara. Like you're gonna blast off like at anything, pop off at anything.
She can be super, super shady. And I know that she is going through a lot, so I'm sure we'll see somewhat of a softer side to her because this is right in the depths of Teddy being diagnosed with 8 brain tumors, going in for emergency surgery, coming out of surgery, being in the hospital for weeks on end, and then getting home. Teddy is also going through a divorce at this stage, going home, needing help, and being on immunotherapy for the next couple of years. Yeah. So, and that's like her best friend. They do 2 teas in a pod together.
Yeah, like business partners, the whole works,
Yeah.
So definitely not discrediting any of that. And like all of her therapy stuff, she says like a lot of childhood stuff, which I'm sure it's all crazy and was traumatizing and hurtful. But like at the end of the day, it's like, man, she's still going to be... I think, herself, and just when she gets pissed off, she like just
reactive.
And just goes like nuclear, like right away, and then is like, what, me?
Yeah.
It's like, come on, dude.
I think clearly we'll see a lot of butting heads with her and Gretchen.
And her and Jen, it seems
Yeah, and her and Jen will continue. I don't think her and Jen will ever be able to salvage that friendship.
Yeah, and that's a weird one because it's all like, that whole thing is so weird because she knew Ryan before she was with Eddie and was like, liked him, but he picked Jen. So it's this weird, like, I feel like she like has to hate him because she likes him.
Yeah.
And so she doesn't hate him, she'll like him. Kind of thing.
Right.
Like it's so yeah, I don't think they'll ever be close or good or whatever. Like
I don't think so at all. And now, speaking about Gretchen, I know she says she hasn't done anything to her face, plastic surgery wise, but like,
I don't believe
what is going on with her face?
She has to be doing like tons of filler or something. Something
it's all
looks
like right here. It looks
off.
so weird. And of course she has like major Botox because like nothing in her face moves. You wouldn't know one emotion from the other.
Yeah.
But like it's like right in here. It's like, did she have like a lower jaw like facelift, or a neck lift like, that's making it like pull back or something? But it's something with like her mouth and like the lower half of her face that just looks so off to me.
Well, all those girls, they all get so much filler, their heads just look big. Like it's just a weird, it's like your face looks swollen.
Yeah.
Like you look inflated. Like it's like it's weird. Like
I don't believe that she hasn't gotten plastic surgery.
No, she probably.
I don't believe that.
It's the kind of thing like, because it's not like the traditional operation people think of. She's like, oh, I don't get plastic surgery, but she's probably going to a plastic surgeon office, buying all these fillers, buying all these injections, and is like, it's not surgery. It's not.
I still think she's had surgery.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she's flat out lying about it.
Under the knife, like all those girls have.
Yeah,
every single one of them,
for sure.
So I don't know, and I never really liked Gretchen from the beginning when she was on like 10 years ago. She married that old rich guy, then got with Slade. Then Slade wanted to marry her, but then she didn't want to marry him. And they're still together. And they kind of just gross me out. Like, I'm just
they're just got a weird vibe to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like something just kind of feels off. Similarly, like Alexis in last season, sort of, that girl I feel like is that same way. Like something's just like off with her. Like 100%. Like it's just, I don't know what it is, but it's just like weird vibes. Like there's just something off.
Is it like an inauthenticness or strive to be perfect, or
it's like
just
I don't know
the way their personality is?
And sort of like how they present. It's like, it's almost like a try hard kind of thing, kind of vibe, like, when you're a kid and someone's just trying way too hard to be liked and you're just like, oh, it's killing me, dude. Like you don't even believe any of this shit you're saying. Like, I know you don't, kind of thing. Like, it's kind of so like true. That vibe.
Yeah. So I don't know. And then we have Emily, and she is clearly going through a lot, like with her little family, with her son Luke being possibly diagnosed with autism. So we'll have to see how that plays out as time goes on. But he does have a diagnosed eating disorder. So that's really hard, as a mom. I also think maybe because she talks about food so much that the kids are in a negative way.
Yeah, for her own weight loss journey, she like how she has to frame food for herself is probably how her kids have started to frame it, but they shouldn't frame it like that because they're not in her position with the whole health thing.
And not saying she gave her kid an eating disorder. I'm not trying
to
say that.
No, nothing like that. It's just,
but maybe there is some link. Obviously, it's like psychological for him, but maybe there's some link between her negative projections about food and now her son having a eating disorder.
And there is an element because part of it is he's super picky and doesn't want to eat stuff. And even couple clips on the show, they can't ever get him to eat anything. And then some of the stuff he does eat, she'll have like a negative comment about it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, that's not good food. It's like, what do you want him to eat? Nothing, or you want him to eat something?
Well, it's
you
like,
know,
it's either this or a feeding tube.
Yeah,
so
so, like-
you might as well, like Shane said, you might as well just let him eat what he wants to eat, because
Yeah, 'cause-
otherwise he's not going to eat anything.
Exactly. Like, if our big thing here is he doesn't eat, well, whatever the heck he will eat, let him eat it, and don't
Yeah.
make a comment about it where he's going to be thinking, well, maybe I shouldn't eat that either.
When
'cause
she
it's
makes
not healthy.
comments like, well, that's not good enough. That's not healthy enough.
Yeah.
That's not, and it's just like, well, Emily, you're not helping the issue.
Yeah, just don't let perfection be the enemy of good.
Right.
You know, like, okay, obviously you don't want him to eat like Chex Mix or like cereal Chex or whatever for everything, but again, that's better than nothing.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
so you gotta just take what you can get, and then he'll like more stuff, you know?
And I think Emily does get like hyper fixated on things, and she kind of like lets it blow up and lets it take over. And I do
Mm-hmm.
prefer Shane's reaction and
He's
process
way more chill
to it
about
all.
it.
Yeah, he's like, just let him be.
They're like, he likes
you
these
know?
things, just feed him that. She's
Yeah.
like, well, those aren't good. It's like, well, beggars can't be choosers here. It's not like
Yeah.
he has a amazing palate and will eat whatever. So it's like, oh, why don't we have the healthy
And
option?
it's like, I'm sorry, but I'm sure it's not good to be stuffing donuts in your purse for later, or stuffing eggs in your purse for later. Like,
Well, and
It's
that-
just so weird.
Gross for the purse's sake. Like, why the
Yeah.
hell are you putting eggs in your purse, dude? That's
and
nasty.
a donut. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's just weird. What is everything in your purse now glazed?
And yeah,
Like,
none of this is saying she is intentionally or cause any of this, but you can just
No.
see how all those weird kind of food habits and consistent comments about it, your kid probably would be like, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't eat that. Or
Yeah.
he's thinking
They
he wants
pick up
something,
on
but then
it.
he's like, oh, no, my mom says that's not good, so I don't want to eat that, so
Yeah.
I'm not going to eat anything. You know, like, it
Yeah.
all just kind of just influences things.
Yeah,
Like, not
they-
intentionally and not saying anything like that, you know, but...
They totally pick up on every little thing that goes on in the household, whether as parents want to admit it or not.
Yeah,
They totally do.
They're just sponges absorbing everything, you know. And they know way more than they let off.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
For sure. For sure. So it's going to be interesting to see how Orange County ends up. We are not quite halfway through the season.
No, yeah, we just got done with episode 4, so we're like a third of the way through,
Yeah.
probably, maybe a fourth kind of thing.
So hopefully things can change for Katie and Shannon's relationship. Hopefully things can change with Tamara, Jen, and Gretchen's relationship. And hopefully we get better news with Emily and her son's diagnosis and kind of like how that all is going to unfold.
Yeah, she just needs to let Shane take the lead on that, and it's all going to be fine. Sure, he's not going to be eating like salad and high protein chicken broccoli meals,
the
but
kid
he's
is
gonna
still
be
young.
fine. You know,
Well, he's
like-
still young. He might not be there yet, but one day, if they work through therapy and stuff, he's still like under 10 years
She should have a little
old.
more grace with them of, Emily, look, you're like as old as you are, and you're still trying to figure out your food and what's good and what's not. Why you have so many expectations on this 7-year-old?
Right.
You know, like
Right.
he's gonna eat whatever he's gonna eat. Like
Yeah.
he's gonna be okay. You
Yeah.
know. And they got gummy sponsors for vitamins and all that. It's like you can get some nutrients in this kid and let him
Yeah.
eat what he wants.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Get him on a good vitamin.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but that's what we have for now for Orange County. So stay tuned because we will be giving updates as the season follows.
Thanks for listening.